It's always an exciting day when we have makeup organization on the to-do list. Today I am going to organize my entire makeup collection because right now it's a complete mess. I just unpacked all of my makeup, got my filming room set up. If you missed the beauty room tour video that I posted, I turned my dining room into my dream filming room slash beauty room. It's what's working really well for us, and I love my new little space here. So you can check that video out where I do a whole tour of the room, but today we're gonna be focusing on organizing the makeup inside of the drawers. So I'll give you a little peek as to what they look like now, and whew, it's a nightmare. I also plan on cataloging my entire makeup collection because I want to bring back working my way through my entire makeup collection until I've used every product series, and I plan on bringing that back short form style. So we'll see how this goes. It's been a minute since I attempted this series, the first time and the second time, but it's always worth another shot, right? So if you're new, oh my gosh, I almost just knocked everything over. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So I have my Alex 9 drawers over here, and my makeup is in these first two drawers here along with the first few drawers of this third unit, and everything needs to be taken out and reorganized. I put everything in the correct drawer. So you can see here, this is my primer drawer. This one's honestly, I mean, it could be better, don't get me wrong, but this isn't one of the worst drawers. This is my primer drawer. We've got foundation and concealer. I literally just threw this stuff in here. I did try to put some organizers in that I thought might work in these drawers, but there's no organization to it whatsoever. This is my setting spray drawer. So we'll go through each drawer, reorganize it, and I'm not necessarily doing a declutter this time around. I do need to do a declutter though, because it's been almost a year since my last declutter series, which is kind of crazy and hard to believe, but I'm excited to get into the organizing. We're gonna start with this unit over here, and then we'll move on to the other ones. I will say these drawers are pretty organized. These are like my new PR makeup drawers. So this top one has primer, foundation, concealer, powder type products, setting sprays, sunscreen, that type of thing. Here we have cheek products, so blush, bronzer, highlight. Then we have lips in this drawer, and this final drawer has eye products. So those ones are organized, which we love to see. The rest of them, not even in the slightest. So let's get set up and get to organizing. In case you wanted a little view of the top, here's what the top of my drawers look like. I just have a bunch of pretty things up top here that I thought I would display, and you know, some new perfumes, my limited edition Sol de Janeiro fragrances, and I don't know. I really like the way that the top of this turned out. I think it's super cute. Now let's get on to primer. So here we have my primer drawer. I'm gonna start by taking every product out of the drawer so that we're starting fresh, and then I'm gonna put the products back in and organize as I go. Here we have the empty drawer. The organizer is from Marshalls, I want to say. It fits in here pretty well. I do like this organizer for organizing my primers. So hopefully we can fit them all in here and they can just look a little bit nicer than before. So I have my Drunk Elephant drops. I have the bronze drops, the blush drops, and the Goldie drops. All of these are super fun, and I usually just tuck them up in the front here. So I think we're gonna stick with that. I usually put my glowy primers in the middle here because a lot of them are just like smaller packaging, like the Say. I have this new Vive one. Well, it's new to me from Vive, the Skin Nova. I usually put my taller primers off to the side here just because they fit nicely. So we're just gonna kind of put things in as they fit. I've got some e.l.f. primers up front here. I have this one from Say, which I bought the full size after loving the mini so much. I bought this during the Sephora sale. I feel like this one size one might fit really well there. I have Rare Beauty here. Here are some of my other like smaller primers. I don't know if that's gonna, oh, it does stand up. That's cute. Okay, we have 3 primers left, so let's see if we can get these looking good. So here's how the drawer turned out. It's still very full. I'm not sure how different it even looks on camera, but I will say it is much more organized. Everything is laid out so nicely, and I can see all of the primers that I own. I do think I can benefit from decluttering a few, so we will definitely get to that at some point. But for now, I'm just glad that everything is nice and tidy and orderly, and we can move on to the next drawer. Here is drawer number 2. We have foundations and primers. So same with the first drawer. I'm gonna take everything out so that I can see everything that I have laid out, and then we will put things back in here in an organized fashion. I'm thinking, I don't know, I might swap these 2 organizers just so that the smaller one is in the front. I feel like it'll be easier for me to reach products that are in here when it's in the front, and then I can still access the ones in this compartment even if it's behind and partially covered by this. So I think this is gonna work a little bit better. I'm gonna try to put my concealers in this section here and then foundations in the other 2. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the previous drawer and start by taking everything out of this drawer so that we can see everything laid out. So like I said, I think we're gonna put concealers here and then foundations in these 2 drawers. So we've got my Laura Mercier Real Flawless, love her. I have It Cosmetics Do It All Radiant Concealer, that's new. I have some mini concealers, ColourPop. Okay, we also have Rare Beauty, a couple of color correctors, and then I do have 2 potted concealers. I have this NARS one, and then I have this Charlotte Tilbury color corrector. So we'll just kind of see if I can fit those in somewhere. Okay, I guess that works. That looks pretty good. Now we have foundation. So I have quite a few It Cosmetics CC Plus products, so let me grab all of those. Okay, we have 4. Are those, I don't know, we might just have to kind of play with this and see if I prefer them in this container or the whiter one over here. Okay, I feel like that kind of fits a little bit better there, but we might have to move it back. I also have some of these Laura Mercier. These are the Tinted Moisturizer Blurred Mattes. So I have 3 shades. Put those there. Okay, I went ahead and looked at the shades. I don't think this shade here will ever work for me, the one all the way to the left. That is 2W, so I will go ahead and declutter this one. So that way they all fit in here nicely, and this is the entirety of my foundation and concealer collection, which I know there's quite a few products in here that I could declutter. Other than this one, like I said, this isn't a declutter, but I do want to do my working my way through my makeup collection video, and I want to actually try the products one more time before I decide to declutter them. So we've got this drawer done. Now let's move on to the 3rd drawer, which is setting powder. Here we have the powder drawer. We're gonna keep up with the same theme of taking out all of the products and putting them back in as I see fit. I don't know if I like this organization or if I should like switch them and put this container over here and then this one on this side. Do I like that better? I think I might like this better. So I think we're gonna do it like this. So let's take all of these powders out. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I should do my pressed powders over here or over here. I kind of want to put them over here, or at least start putting them over here to see how I can get these organized. I'm just gonna set them all over here. I don't have too many. I literally have 5. No, I have 6 pressed powders. So those are my pressed powders. So I definitely have more loose Then I do pressed. Let me just kind of set these in here. I have some larger ones, like this Kosas one is pretty big. I could also do something like this. Oh, it actually could fit like my larger powders up front here. I have a couple from Lunar Beauty and then Laura Mercier as well. Those fit pretty nicely like that. I do have some minis. RMS, Nakia Joy Cosmetics, Huda Beauty. This is so old. Look at this. Look at this squared off packaging. I need some new Huda powder. Okay, we have Pixie, and then we have Hourglass, which I can just set like that. Okay, this looks good. And I have a ton of space over here for my pressed powders. So let's see if we can get these organized a bit. Okay, I would say that's a pretty successful drawer, and we have actually some space to work with here. So yeah, this turned out really well. I am very happy with this drawer. Next, we have setting spray. As you can see, once again, no organization to this drawer. Let's take it all out and organize it as we put it back in. I don't have any organizers for this drawer, so we'll just have to kind of use the entire space and see if we can make it work. I am going to take anything that's in a box out of its packaging so we can save some space, including the Urban Decay All Nighter Extra Glow. We also have this new ColourPop one. Well, it's a new one to me. Ooh, Pretty Fresh Peptides and Niacinamide. I have not used this before. I have the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid one, which I love, but I actually have never tried this one. I thought this was going to be the same thing as this. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna maybe kind of go by packaging and brand and see where that gets us. Okay, so, oh, I missed one back there. I didn't even see that. That's just gonna have to sit back there along with this extra milky mist, hydrating milky mist from Pixie. But okay, that turned out pretty good. I feel like at least they all fit within like visibility. So this looks much better. I am happy with this. Next, we have my eye drawer. So we've got mascara, brows, single shadows, pigments, cream shadows, anything of the sort. This one is gonna take me a minute to go through, so we'll definitely fast forward through this part because my goodness, we're gonna be here all day. The only thing I left in the drawer are some little tweezers and little brow things in the back there. Everything else is out of this drawer. And oh my gosh, I did not realize how much of this I had. I'm gonna start by putting brow products right here. So here's what I've come up with. This took way longer than I thought it was even going to. I have all of my open mascaras, whoops, up here, which I have too many open mascaras right now, but these are all open, so we're gonna keep those separate. Everything else, eyeliner related, cream shadow related, primer, whatever related, is in here. I do have these one pair of lashes here, which don't really fit anywhere else, so they're just kind of sitting on top here. And then I also have this nude stick set, which again does not fit in here, so I'm not really sure where to put this. I might put it in an eyeshadow palette drawer, or I might just keep this on my desk because I have some organizers on my desk that I need to fill up, so maybe that's where that will go. But everything else in here is pretty organized and I'm happy with how it turned out. I did have to take out all the little tweezers and stuff, but that's fine because honestly, they were kind of taking up unnecessary space. I can just put them in my everyday makeup drawer where I keep the rest of my little tweezers and spoolies and stuff like that. So I think this turned out really well and I can actually see what I have and it's nice and organized. Okay, my next two drawers are eyeshadow palette drawers. So we have this one here and this one here. So they're already kind of organized, but I'm just gonna take a minute to go through them and see if I can make them look a little bit nicer. I'm just gonna take out all of the palettes in both of these drawers and we'll see if we can make these look a little bit nicer and maybe more cohesive. So I know I want ColourPop in this top drawer. So I have all of my larger ColourPop palettes here. I have some of these palettes as well as some 9 pans, and I actually just got the peach one. I just got this one. I used to have this a long time ago when it was in the old packaging, but I decluttered all of my old ColourPop 9 pan palettes, so this is the updated version. It's so pretty, so we're gonna add that here. I have my Naked palettes. I definitely want those up here, and then I also have my Patrick Ta palettes, which I think look really good next to the Urban Decay. Hi. Luna just woke up from her nap, so she's here to help us now. Here are the two eyeshadow palette drawers finished. We have this one here, which I love the way this one turned out. And then we have this one here, which has a bunch of different brands like Natasha Denona, Huda Beauty, Lunar Beauty, Singe. We've got Ofra, Laura Lee Los Angeles, Cleona, Unearthly, a bunch of brands in there. And then up here we have ColourPop, Patrick Ta, Urban Decay, YSL, Anastasia, Buxom, Rare, more ColourPop, Vive, Sigma, and Charlotte Tilbury. So those are all of my eyeshadow palettes, all nice and organized. And that's the first unit complete. Now we can move on to this drawer here, which starts off with bronzer. It is the next day and we are moving on to the next Alex 9 drawer unit. Today we have bronzers is where we're starting. I have bronzer, blush. I actually have 2 blush drawers. We're gonna do 1 cream, 1 powder. And then we have highlighter here. Then we have face palettes and then lips. And that's gonna conclude the makeup collection portion of this organization video. Because as you guys saw, we already have my new PR makeup that are in these drawers over here already organized and good to go. My skincare collection is already nice and organized. I do need to organize my body care collection, so I'll try to include that in this video as well, just to finish out the organization. But yeah, let's get into the bronzers. This is a drawer that I would love to get new organizers for, but for now we're just rolling with what we have. This one over here is from Amazon, this little one. It's from a larger set. And then this one I'm pretty sure I got at Dollar Tree probably 10 years ago. So we're just gonna go with what we've got. I am gonna have my cream Charlotte Tilbury up here because this is not gonna fit in this section, but I do have a few smaller ones that will fit over here. This is the wrong shade of this product for me, but I don't really know what to do with it right now, so I am gonna just set this back here. It's just in this packaging. I originally bought shade 1, but I needed shade 2, so I bought the refill shade 2, put it in the compact, and I put my shade 1 in here. So this is just gonna live back here for now, and we'll see if I can find a use for it. Okay, so there's the organization of my bronzer drawer. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize you could see me in the reflection of the packaging. But yeah, overall, I think it turned out really nice. I love how we can see everything, and yeah, for now, this is gonna work for us. So there's the bronzer drawer. Next, we have blush, and this is gonna be a 2 drawer category. So I'm literally gonna take everything out of here and then I think I'm gonna do powder. I don't know. Maybe I'll do I don't know if I'm gonna do powder up top or at the bottom. I think I'm gonna take everything out, separate them into categories, and kind of see what I think space-wise will work the best, and then we'll go from there. First drawer is empty. Now we'll empty drawer number 2. So I have both drawers empty, and I had to take you off of the tripod to show you all of the blush laid out. This is insane how much blush I have. I don't know when this happened, but I have way too much blush. So we will be doing a declutter at some point, but for now I'm just gonna separate all of these products into like powder on one side and then cream and liquid on the other. And then we'll start organizing back into the drawers. So here I have all of my cream and liquid blushes. And then over here, I have all of my powder blushes. I would say I have more cream and liquid than powder. And I think I'm gonna do cream and liquid blushes in this top drawer, and then I'll organize all of my powder ones into this bottom one. I just think they're gonna fit best that way. So for cream and liquid blush, I think I'm gonna organize by brand because the packaging will be the same, and then I think it'll just, I don't know, work better that way or best that way. So I'm just gonna kind of put stuff in here and see how they fit. I'll probably do a lot of like reorganizing over and over again just because that's usually how these types of things go. But I'm just gonna do a little fast forward here so you guys can enjoy the process with me. Okay, I think I finally got my cream and liquid blush drawer organized. Here's what we've come up with. I think it looks really good. It's definitely not perfect, but considering how many I have in this space that we're working with, I think this turned out really well. Now we're gonna move on to this drawer here, which will be my powder blushes. Okay, so these from Unearthly Cosmetics literally fit in here perfectly, which we love to see. I love their incandescent glow blushes. They are incredible. They're the incandescent glowing blushes. So those are gonna go right there. No questions asked. I also have a bunch of these Tower 28 blushes, which I think will also fit in here really nicely. So let's see if we can get them all to fit. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be perfect. Wow, 10 out of 10 right there. I also have Laura Mercier. Those are gonna fit there really nicely. We've got NARS. Are these gonna fit sideways? I don't think so. Nope, they don't fit sideways, but that's okay because we can just set them in like this. I have an Hourglass. Ooh, it's like a little bit too small, but maybe it'll work. I don't know. Oh, it fits in this one though, so we'll just put it there. Milani, this Rare Beauty, there's no way this one fits. Oh my God, it does, wow. Then I have some larger ones like this one size, this Charlotte Tilbury. I have this one, which I haven't tried yet, from Singe Beauty. I ordered this it's the Evocative Silk Blush in the shade Riveting Rhubarb, and this color looks absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to try this. So I guess we'll just set this somewhere in here. I also realized I missed, this is a cream blush. This is the Sun Blush from It Cosmetics. So this is gonna have to somehow fit in the drawer above this one. But first I need to figure out how I'm gonna organize these. Is this a face palette? Do I call this a face palette? Because I do have, oh, highlighter. I forgot about highlighter. I feel like this is gonna go in the face palette drawer because I have other face palettes that are that size, and then that kind of helps solve our issue here. Okay, so here we have all of my powder blushes. They all look so good. I do need to figure out where to put this one from It Cosmetics. I think we'll just put it behind these Buxom ones, and then it's still basically the same thing. Okay, cool. All right, the blush is done. Back in the day, I used to have like 3 or 4 drawers full of highlighter. Now we have one, which is pretty awesome. But I still do have a lot of highlighters, so we are gonna go through these, organize them, and as always, we'll start by taking everything out. I'm thinking we do cream and liquid in the front section here. So I'm just gonna start by grabbing anything that's like long and slender, like these type of highlighters, and putting them in here. Okay, I think all of my Ofra ones are gonna have to go on the side like they were. I think they'll fit too wide. I have way too many Ofra highlighters. And then I think we can do 3 here. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got them all to fit somehow. Here is my highlighter drawer. Wow, this is awesome. Awesome. I cannot believe that these all fit into here. And they don't look bad, and I can see everything. I can reach everything, even the ones way back here in the back. So yeah, overall this turned out pretty well. Next up, we have face palettes. After this, I think the only category we have is lips, which is really exciting. We're almost done with the makeup organization. So as always, we'll start by taking everything out. Okay, so we are gonna start by putting like the larger ones in the back, like this one from Lunar Beauty. I have a few of these, which we're just gonna put here. Okay, we've got 4 hourglass palettes. I think I would rather, I don't know. Okay, I feel like this works. It's not perfect, but it works. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. So I can still see everything. I have my smaller ones and more used ones up kind of closer to the front. And then I have all of my Lunar Beauty and Laura Lee Los Angeles ones together, which is nice. So sweet, there is the face palette drawer, not the face palette. So for our final category, we have lips, and they are currently in this bottom drawer here, but I'm gonna move them up a drawer. So we're gonna have to take everything out. There is an organizer under here that I'm gonna put into here, and then we'll just kind of organize the lip products into the clear plastic organizer that I have the best that I can. Okay, our new lip drawer is ready to go. Now we're gonna organize everything into here, and I will show you the finished product. I can already tell that this is gonna take me a minute, so we will be fast forwarding. So I will check in with you guys momentarily. Okay, so I have all of the lip products in the drawer. Now we just have to organize them. There's a lot going on here, so I'm just gonna, again, fast forward through all this stuff, and then hopefully we can have something that is at least semi-organized. Okay. I think we have the lip drawer organized. I have my Buxom over here, Lunar Beauty, some like ColourPop, Pixie, Tarte, Kaja, just like these little stick type things. Pixie and ColourPop, and then we have like my squeezy tube lip products back here, some lip oils and glosses over here, and then my lipsticks are mostly over here on the left side. We've got Charlotte Tilbury, MAC, Laura Mercier, Lunar Beauty, and yeah, that's about it. Fenty. So I think this turned out really well. Everything fit in here except for this Buxom lip oil. I could like shove it in, but we're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna have to find a different place for the Buxom lip oils. But other than that, everything fit in here. And then my lip liners are also gonna go somewhere else. So this drawer is complete. And that is the complete organization of my makeup collection. So here is the final look at my organized makeup collection. First up, we have my primer drawer. Then we've got foundation and concealer. We have setting powder, pressed and loose. We have setting sprays, eye products, and then our 2 drawers of eyeshadow palettes. Moving on to the second unit, we have bronzer, liquid and cream blush, powder blush, highlighter, face palettes, and finally lip products. I am so happy with this. It feels so good to have everything nice and organized. My new PR makeup drawers are also still nice and organized, which is exciting, at least semi-organized. My goodness. But yeah, I am loving this so much, and I only have my body care left to organize because all of my skincare is organized. So we've got, I think, like 4 drawers. Honestly, also my Sol de Janeiro stuff. Oh, that's not Sol de Janeiro. My Sol de Janeiro stuff also needs to be organized, but I'm thinking we'll do a separate body care organization video because this is already going to be a long one, I can tell. And I think that the body care deserves its own moment. So we will do another video for Sol de Janeiro and my rest of my body care, and it's gonna be a good time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I love you so, so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.